Hello and welcome to a review of the Pogo's Chrome Spider-Man figure, as well as their Chrome Mark 21, I think, of their Iron Man figure. We'll be comparing this Iron Man with the Deku one. Let's start right now. Right off the bat is the Pogo ones all come with the standard minifigure stand of a 3x4 plate with a 1x4 studs going in the middle. The Spider-Man each come with a little string of web. Iron Man does not come with anything, and you see the Deku one actually comes with the usual Iron Man exhaust jet stream stuff going on. Right off the bat, there's a disappointment that the head isn't chrome. The only chrome areas are all of the blue parts of the suit, and this is of course based on the standard Spider-Man figure that we have been getting over and over again in all these different sets, which is fine since it is still different because he's chromed up. I guess I'm okay with that. I would have loved to see the maybe the Amazing Spider-Man Lego suit in chrome, or perhaps the new Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in chrome. That'd be great. Hopefully that can come out at some point. And yeah, so all the blue areas are gold with the usual print textures printed on top of the figure. So they chrome it first and then they print it. Now these figures are the only place I know there's no chrome is the inside the feet, but even then there's a bit of chrome's actually gone into it. Side of the bodies have chrome too. Unfortunately, this figure right here, as you can see, his chrome messed up. Now this I got a few of these Spider-Man. It's still in the little baggies, so I haven't taken them out, but one or two of them, just like the Mr. Gold before these, one or two of them will have slight sort of like little dots and bubbles on them, but this one's particularly bad. This is not good at all. So this is quite bad. Is it on the front as well? No, his front's okay at least. So that's something to be concerned about. And yeah, I think these figures yeah, if you look inside the hand of these figures, I'll just move his hand up so you can see it. You might notice that there's a little of a molding dot slash hole in them. Just right there, just inside the hand. So they didn't quite fill up the mold with plastic. Next I have Iron Man here. The one on the left is Pogo, on the right is Deku. So plus things about this one is that the hands are chromed as well. However, the inside of the hands are not chrome. And just for some random reason, this hand is actually a purple hand underneath, and this one's a black hand underneath. Weird. If you open up the mask, you can see that the helmet actually uses a black plastic, whereas the Deku one uses a sort of yellowy plastic that actually has a bit of gold in it. So if you do manage to scratch the chrome, then you're still going to get a yellow color underneath, whereas this one, if you scratch, you're going to get black underneath. So maybe you can say that's realistic, like black, like battle damage scars and stuff. The Deku one does not have any back face printing, and the Pogo one does. If I can get his head out of the mask, it's a bit tight. Now the chrome does not extend to the inside of the helmet, but for some reason it's still quite hard to pull the head out. So if they did chrome the inside of the helmet, his head would be permanently stuck inside. With the Pogo one, we have the angry face here, and as you can see, the printing is off center and the white's out. Actually, so is the torso. The white's off center here, and the rest of the body. The leg seems to be printed okay. I just take it back to take a look at the back. The face is printed okay, and the back here is also printed slightly, pretty much okay. Now, of course, you see the gold coloring is very different. For example, the Pogo one is much more like actual gold color. Like this is what, if you made a gold minifigure Iron Man out of 24 karat gold or something, that's kind of what he will look like. Whereas the Deku one looks closer to what a gold plated suit would look like. Like if the suit was in the movie, the gold would probably not look like that. Probably a bit more flatter because there's going to be actual metal or steel or something underneath the gold. And I personally like the Deku one better because I don't really like the color of gold too much. And if something is to be gold, I prefer the Deku's approach where it's a bit more realistic. And while it is nice to have chrome coloring on the hands on the Pogo one, it'd be better if they actually choose either just black or a yellow hand to go underneath it, because it's got some weird colors going on there with purple and black for for each hand. So I prefer the Deku bit where it's a bit more standardized. Now, to one thing that you can't see is the clutch and the articulation of the figures. The Deku one, I wonder if Deku actually molded their figures a bit smaller than regular figures, so that when they apply the chrome layer on top of it, it won't get too tight. The joints on all of the Deku stuff is pretty consistent. They're consistently slightly looser than official Lego, but not to the point where everything falls down or gets too loose and frustrating. It's the good kind of loose, like maybe you've been playing the Lego figure for constantly for a month or something. So it feels good in the hand, and nothing's too tight, nothing's too loose. As the Pogo one, everything feels a bit too tight. The Spider-Man ones are better. These move a lot better, but I can't help but feel that maybe the Iron Man figure from Pogo is based on the older Pogo minifigure molds, whereas the Spider-Man one is based on the newer ones. It doesn't have any hands that are too tight, which is, especially the left hand, is a huge Pogo issue from the earlier figures where the left hand always feels a bit too tight. Spider-Man doesn't have that problem, so he actually feels great to mess around with. Now, Spider-Man isn't perfect himself. You saw that really bad chrome effect one, and apart from that, his face print is also a bit off. There's a bit of the white area that just doesn't. It just came out wrong, and there's a few scratch marks on it. So the other Spider-Man seem okay, and the ones that I got about 5 of these. So quality control wise, 1 out of 5 is bad, and the chrome effect's really bad. They really messed up all these marks and stuff going on. So hopefully you don't get that. Overall, I do recommend the Spider-Man one because it is the only chrome Spider-Man minifigure out there, and aside from the quality control, you could end up with one like this one where it's just fine, just does the job. I do wish that the red on the head was chrome next time on another release, but the release that we got here is not bad at all, so I do recommend that. As for the Iron Man, the Pogo one is only on its own release. The Deku one is a whole pack of 6, so you get different forms already. So you might as well get the Deku one. The Pogo one is kind of pointless to get right now, unless you really don't want the other ones. But seriously, the Deku ones are really nice if you want a chrome minifigure of the Iron Man suit. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below. And of course, take care and have a nice day. Bye bye. If you found this video useful or entertaining, enjoyable, anything, or if maybe you hate it, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you do like it, please click the like button, share it with people who you think would like it. And of course, hopefully you can check out my other videos without ad block. That would be great, because with ad block I won't be able to do this. And as always, you can also support this channel by heading over to Patreon, where I can put more effort into this channel, more resources, and do more animation. That'd be great. You can check out my latest animation on the Digger 318 YouTube or Facebook page if you like. It is Darth Vader versus Kamen the Black. Thanks for watching that. Hopefully with Adblock turned up on that as well. That'd be great. But of course you don't have to do any of that. As always, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.